A quiet village surrounded by thick forest and red earth lived a man named Emeka. He was not born poor, but life had slowly stripped him of everything. His father's land was gone, sold piece by piece during hard times. His mother died early. And by the time Emeka became a man, all he had left was a leaking heart, a torn mat, and a stomach that rarely knew satisfaction. Every morning, he would wake before the rooster crowed, hoping that maybe, just maybe, that day would be different. But the sun rose the same way, and it set the same way, leaving him with nothing but tired bones and empty hands. What broke Emeka was not hunger. It was watching others rise while he remained stuck. He saw boys he once played with now riding motorcycles, wearing fine clothes, eating meat every night. And when he asked them how they made their money, they would smile in a strange way and say, "Time will tell." But time never told Emeka anything. Until one night. That night, Emeka sat outside his hut, staring at the moon as if begging it for answers. That was when a voice spoke from behind him. "Do you want to change your life?" Emeka froze. Slowly, he turned and saw a man standing there, dressed in white, but his face was too calm, too still, like someone who knew things no ordinary man should know. "Who are you?" Emeka asked, his voice shaking. The man smiled slightly. "I am someone who helps people like you. People who are tired of suffering." Emeka's heart began to race. Because for the first time in his life, hope did not feel like a lie. The man stepped closer. "There is a group. A brotherhood. They do not know poverty. They do not beg. They do not struggle." Emeka swallowed hard. "What must I do?" The man paused, as if weighing his soul. "Nothing comes free," he said softly. "But what you give is small compared to what you will receive." That was the moment Emeka should have walked away. But hunger does not think. Desperation does not reason. And so he said the words that would seal his fate. "I am ready." The man smiled. And that smile would later haunt Emeka in ways he never imagined. 3 nights later, Emeka was taken deep into the forest. Not the path people used for firewood. Not the path where hunters went. This was the forest people avoided. Even the wind did not move freely there. As they walked, Emeka noticed something strange. The deeper they went, the quieter everything became. No insects. No birds. Just silence. Finally, they reached a clearing. There, under a massive tree, stood men dressed in black robes. Their faces were hidden, but their presence felt heavy, like something unseen was watching from behind them. Emeka wanted to run, but his legs refused. A voice spoke from among them. "Do you seek wealth?" Emeka nodded, unable to speak. "Do you understand that wealth has a price?" He hesitated. Just for a second. But that second was not enough to save him. "Yes," he whispered. A bowl was brought forward. Inside it was a dark liquid that seemed to move on its own. "Drink," the voice commanded. Emeka's hand trembled as he lifted the bowl. At that moment, something inside him screamed to stop. But he remembered the hunger. He remembered the shame. And so, he drank. The world around him changed. The air grew heavy. The ground beneath him felt alive. And then he heard it. A whisper. Not from outside. From inside his own head. "You have 1 year." Emeka dropped the bowl. "What does that mean?" he asked, his voice filled with fear. But no one answered. The next morning, Emeka woke up in his hut. For a moment, he thought it was all a dream. Until he stepped outside. And saw a bag. A heavy bag. Filled with money. Real money. More than he had ever seen in his life. At first, he laughed. Then he cried. Then he shouted. Because at last, his suffering was over. Or so he thought. From that day on, Emeka's life changed completely. He built a new house, bought fine clothes, ate whatever he wanted. People who once ignored him now greeted him with respect. Women smiled at him. Men envied him. And every time someone asked him his secret, he would smile and say, "God has answered my prayers." But deep inside, he knew the truth. And every night, when he tried to sleep, he would hear it again. "You have 1 year." At first, he ignored it. 1 year is a long time, he told himself. But time has a way of moving faster when you are not watching. Months passed. And strange things began to happen. Animals avoided his house. Children cried when they saw him. Even the air around him sometimes felt cold, even under the hot sun. Then came the dreams. In his dreams, he would see shadows standing at the edge of his bed. Watching. Waiting. Counting. 9 months passed. Then 10. By the 11th month, Emeka could no longer sleep. His wealth no longer brought him joy. Food tasted like ash. Laughter sounded like mockery. And the voice grew louder. "You have 1 year." Desperate, Emeka returned to the forest. He searched for the clearing. For the men. For the one who brought him into this life. But the forest had changed. Or perhaps, it was never meant to be found again. He ran through the trees, shouting, begging, crying. "I don't want it anymore," he screamed. "Take the money. Take everything." But the forest gave him no answer. Only silence. The kind of silence that feels like judgment. The final night came quietly. Too quietly. Emeka sat in his grand house, surrounded by everything he once dreamed of. But he was alone. Completely alone. Midnight approached. And then, it happened. The air grew heavy. The room grew dark. And from the shadows, they came. The same figures from the forest. Watching. Waiting. Smiling. Emeka fell to his knees. "Please. I will do anything." A voice answered him. Cold. Final. The price must be paid. And just like that, the richest man in the village was gone. The next morning, people gathered around his house. They whispered. They wondered. But no one truly understood. Except the elders. They shook their heads slowly. Because they had seen this before. And they knew. Some wealth is not meant to be kept. Some doors are not meant to be opened. And some choices, once made, can never be undone. So now I ask you, if someone came to you tonight and offered you everything you ever wanted, but only for 1 year, would you take it? Or would you walk away before the shadows begin to count?